Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. I'm up to 3 wins with this Shaman deck that I thought was really good after drafting it, but now I'm having second thoughts. It seems to be some issues with spells to minion ratio and minion quality. Probably I just do have too many spells. I think there was a couple of picks where I could have taken a good minion instead of like yet another lightning bolt or something, and maybe that would have been the right choice, but we made it to 3 wins, so we're average, and now every other extra win is above average, which is good. I have a feeling it's not going to go to 7, which is just fine by me. We'll start our next run. Do kind of wish I could have made it to 7 wins here so that I could have officially gone above 10,000, but that's fine. The money still doesn't make any difference. And I really hope that Blizzard comes up with something for that someday. That money is just totally useless when you have a complete set. I mean, it helped for the expansion, dropping 2,800 gold on the Naxrammas, but I don't know, I feel like that's not enough. I feel like there should be something else. Alright, with this hand, I am going to mulligan the Lightning Storm because I need to maximize my odds of getting a creature to play, and while the Lightning Storm could be helpful as mass removal, minions are more important. In fact, Lightning Storm has not been useful a single one of the games. I seem to exclusively get it on turn 1, where I mulligan it and then never see it again. I actually have never used Lightning Storm a single time in this whole arena. Hilarious. Alright, so what do you play here? You could play the Berserker first. The problem with that is that then you can't play the Panda the following turn. And you're thinking, well, Boris, why don't you play a Stormforged Axe on turn 3, but then I can't play this Panda on turn 4. Then again, if anything's alive, I can't play this Panda on turn 4 anyway. I am going to play the Berserker, though. I feel like this dodges Holy Smite, which the Panda does not. And if I can't play this Panda next turn, then so be it. I'll play the Stormforged Axe, and I'll just play this Panda on turn 4, or do whatever else comes up. Maybe I'll even make a Totem. Who knows? I think that dodging Holy Smite is worth it, as well as potentially obstructing the opponent's plays depending on his cards. Okay, so he's going to play a 3-drop, and it's a Farseer. Alright, that could be worse. Could be worse. So here we'll just keep it simple. Drop my Axe. Enrage my Berserker. Kill his guy. Pass the turn. Man, this is a chatty guy. Ensoul. Or Ensu. Ooh! Anyway, now I got a 5-1, which is a Magma Rager, but it's a Magma Rager I paid only 2 mana for, so I'm pretty happy with it. He plays a Dark Cultist, so this Berserker, actually, with the Stormforged Axe, helped kill a 3-drop, and now it's going to just stone cold kill another 3-drop. Pretty good for a 2-drop. Very glad I played that over the Panda, that's for sure. Because the Panda would have just traded with the Farseer, and that would have been that. So that ended up being an important decision. Having top-decked this Violet Teacher, which appears to be my, like, #1 go-to 4-drop that isn't terrible, I cannot play it because of Overload, rather tragically. However, next turn I may play it, or we'll see. Okay, so he plays another Dark Cultist. Does he have a Power Word Shield for this one? He doesn't. So my Stormforged Axe is just making it rain here. Raining dollar bills. Now, I could play the Violet Teacher, or I could play the Raid Leader and the Panda. The Raid Leader would buff up the Scout. 2 damage plus 2 from the Axe would let me actually kill this Cultist. The problem with that plan is that then I'd be really, really vulnerable to... Well, no, I'd play the Raid Leader, throw this Scout, the Axe, attack with the Murloc, and then play the Panda to put the Murloc back in my hand. So I'd have the Raid Leader and a Panda on the board. Alternatively, I would throw the Tidehunter at this Cultist, use my Axe, and then play the Violet Teacher. Problem is this dies to Shadow Word Pain, which I'm not that thrilled by. But if he had a Shadow Word Pain, I bet he would have used it already. So, yeah, we will do this then. This, and I could play the big Panda here. Could do that. But I'm going to go ahead and play the Violet Teacher instead. If he has a Shadow Word Pain, after all, I'll be upset about that. But he could Shadow Word Death on this Panda, and I really want to have this out here. I'd rather have the 5 health and the 5 power. And I might play spells if I top deck them. I mean, I do have a lot of spells in this deck. This is an abnormal hand, as spell light as it is. Okay. Well, I think here I could use the Teacher, the Scout, and my Axe to kill this Fen Creeper. Or I could use the Raid Leader, the Teacher gets buffed, hit the Fen Creeper for 4, use my Axe to finish it, keep my Scout. But I'd rather play a bigger card than just preserve this Scout, to be totally honest with you. So that's what I shall do. I'm actually going to just play this Tiger. that. Hit that. Now there's a risk here, which is that he could use a Shadow Word, or now he could use a Holy Nova or a Holy Smite to kill off the Violet Teacher, whereas if I'd played the Panda, I could have saved the Violet Teacher, put it back in my hand. But I'd rather get this guy down than the Panda, and if he uses a removal spell for this, then so be it. At least I got a removal spell out of his hand. I've been pretty much on top all game. We got off to a pretty good start with that Stormforged Axe and the Berserker. And okay, so I regret it now. This is annoying that he got to kill my Violet Teacher that way. But still, it's okay, because I can kill off the Soul Priest with my Tiger that I made sure to play. Circle of Healing. Okay, what is he going to do? Another Circle of Healing? No, he just... Okay, so what he did here was he made it so that when the Tiger hits his Soul Priest, they trade. But the problem is that he still spent a card doing that, so I don't think he really saved anything by doing it like this. I really wish I had a way of killing this Soul Priest. I find myself without any removal. Well, let's play the Gnomish Inventor, because I would like to actually kill this with removal and not having to use my Tiger. It is, however, not to be. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and kill this thing. It's fine. And I'll play Zombie Chow. Oh, now he's turning into Bad-Mannered Man. Now he's thanking me for killing this guy, because he's like, oh, you made a bad trade, throwing away your Tiger for that. Whatever, go to hell. So he's got 5 cards. This card deck makes it a bit hard to count, actually. They all kind of blend in. He's got 5 cards to my 8, sort of. No, sorry, 7, sort of, soon to be 8, if you count the totem. The Raging Worgen's a good card, because it'll turn on Wind Fury against my 2-power army. I really hate when I have a 2-power army, and the opponent plays 3 toughness creatures, but I do have Raid Leader, which has been shockingly good. A lot in this run. Alright, so Raid Leader then? Now, I have a couple options. I could either kill it with the Gnomish Inventor outright or trade the Zombie Chow for it. Trading the Zombie Chow, I lose a creature, but I at least avoid the Death Rattle. However, I think it's worth it to keep the creature on board. I could actually facelessly manipulate the Raid Leader to let my Totem trade for the Worgen, but that would be a little bit cheeky. So we're going to use the Gnomish Inventor to kill that thing. Swing there. Swing there. And just for board presence sake, put this Totem in my hand, and do I want to replay it? Let's see, Holy Nova. Yeah, I'm fine with Holy Nova. It'll kill the Raid Leader, the Gnomish Mentor, and the Totem, but I still get to keep my Panda and my Zombie Chow, so that's fine. Well, the board presence is in my favor. Holy Nova, of course, tilts that a little bit. Does he have a Holy Smite to finish off this Panda? He wants one. This Faceless Manipulator was a wrong choice. I should have picked Farsight. I've actually been wishing I had Farsight this entire time. Alright, well, it's Feral Spirit, which survives Holy Nova. Against a Priest, you can pretty confidently stretch out your cards. I will play the Panda on the Zombie Chow. Attack with the big Panda. The Totem. Pandas have not been doing me that much good. I'll go ahead and just replay the Zombie Chow, because why not? So yeah, against a Priest, you can stretch out, because Priests can't really do much. They don't have Lightning Storm, or Flame Strike, or Blizzard, or even Unleash the Hounds, or Brawl. There's really nothing much they have except for Holy Nova, which it has limits. So it's 2 Holy Novas. Is he going to have a third one? That's the question. If you had a third Holy Nova, then okay. With 3 Holy Novas, you could actually get really far ahead here. Alright, so he's being pretty cute with that Power Word Shield, making me cash out my big Panda for it. Okay, Fire Elemental, though, needs to get played. So I will go ahead and cash out Zombie Chow. Just get that off the chest. And then swingity, swingity, swingity. He thanks me. Hoping for a healing totem, actually. That would have been pretty nice. Here, if he has a Holy Nova and a Shadow Word Death, he'd be down to 2 cards. I don't know. If this Fire Elemental can survive undamaged without eating any Holy Fires or anything, I could actually play Faceless Manipulator. A 5-mana 6/5 would be pretty good. Okay, a 5-mana 6/6 would be even better. Surprised he had no creatures to buff with that. He's had some Holy Novas, but other than 2 Holy Novas, he hasn't really done much all game by way of opposition. Okay, so now I get a 6/8 for 5 mana, which is better. So finally, Faceless Manipulator gets used. I still don't think it was the correct choice here. Still doesn't seem like the right choice. I was hoping for Hex, but this will do. This will do. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore this guy, honestly, at this point, because he is just about dead. Healing totem? Nope, spell damage. Well, spell damage has its uses. I've got 3 little taunts protecting my stuff from his 6/8, but he could have another Holy Nova. Or a Mass Dispel. Oh, wow. Well played, sir. He heals himself with Holy Fire. He can kill my 6/6. Is that enough? He's got 7, 9 damage, so technically he lives the turn. I do have a lot of cards here that would finish him off. Crazed Alchemist, hilariously, is not one of them. There is no way to increase my damage output with the help of Crazed Alchemist.
Another round?
Okay. What I'm gonna do is rather unorthodoxly just play a Lightning Storm to kill his guy and pass the turn. That was the least impressive use of Lightning Storm I think I've ever had in an arena run. So now he needs another Holy Nova. It'll clear my board, heal him, and leave him with 3 cards to my 2 rather crappy ones. He could also heal up with his hero ability, go up to 5 health, and if I don't get Lava Burst, I might actually lose this game. Of course, that would require him to have a 3rd Holy Nova. Not only to have seen 3 in the draft, but to have actually drawn them all in one game. Does he have the Sun Fury Protector? It probably won't save him. No, he's got a Mad Bomber. Okay. Alright, well, he got his Wind Fury on, I suppose. And an Abusive Sergeant. Okay, so this guy just had a pretty weak deck. And that's nice. We got up to above average. Oh, the bad-mannered man actually says well played at the end. That's nice. Ooh, Golden Hex. I didn't even know I didn't have a Golden Hex yet. Great. Alright, well, I'm pretty happy with how that game went, although I think I drew a disproportionate number of minions, which really helped me. And my opponent didn't really do much all game. It was just, from his perspective, it was just one of those games where I'm sure he felt like there was nothing he could do. Because I had enough higher than 2 health minions to dampen the impact of his Holy Novas. Oh, Joe the Paladin, really, Joe? Joe the Paladin. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. What I'm going to do here is mulligan everything but the Stormforged Axe. The reason I'm mulliganing the Lightning Bolt is because I really want to get my minions, and there seem to be too many spells in this deck. Okay, so we get our, see, junky 2-mana minions. Don't really want to play 2/2s for 2. But the Stormforged Axe, you had to keep that against a Paladin because it'll kill 3 of his recruits, if nothing else. Every extra creature other than a recruit that you kill with Stormforged Axe versus a Paladin is just gravy sauce. With an extra heaping of mashed gravy. Alright, this guy might be AFK. Because he's not doing anything. He's taking the maximum time on the mulligan. I don't see him hovering over any of his cards, although I don't know if you see that during the mulligan screen. I gotta be honest, there have been times where I've like sat down to play ranked and then just like walked away for a little bit to do something else or gone to another window and then just totally forgot about it. Then like I'm like, oh, Hearthstone's open. And then I like go in and it's like turn 5 and then I'm sure the opponent is like, oh, what's up with this asshole walking away from the computer? You know, people make honest mistakes. I'm kind of surprised to see that in the arena, honestly. Because in the arena you actually paid money to play. You'd think you'd pay attention when it's your turn. But no, he passes his turn, so he is here. He is here and may or may not be queer. Let's play our grunt. The reason for that, of course, is I want to play the Stormforged Axe this turn, and maybe if he plays a creature, and already have a minion out. Alright, he's gonna do a recruit. So now I can just kill it with my grunt, or I could whip out the axe. I'd love to get a 3/2. I really wish I had this in my opening hand, so this was what was on the board right now. Because now, of course, if I played it, I'll just have to pop the grunt back into my hand. Let's get this axe out here. And do I use a tick of the axe? I'm gonna actually use a tick of the axe to kill the recruit. Partially this is to start hitting him in the face, but partially it's because I'd rather take a damage on my face than a damage on my minion. Even though it means using up a tick of the axe. Ah, yuck. Well, that sucks. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to trade minions. And play the 3-2 now that that's safe. The Alchemist doesn't really help at all. I have 2 hexes and a Rockbiter, which, you know, may or may not be useful. I'd hate to like have him play like Ascension and me just have to hex it because there's nothing better to do, but that is what might happen. Actually, if he played Ascension, I could kill it with Crazed Alchemist and the Panda. He's making another recruit, so both of us have a pretty slow start here. Yeah, both of us indeed. Fire Elemental, okay, not immediately useful. Let's hero up. And I think it's a perfectly valid use of Rockbiter weapon to kill this thing. Preserve my board presence and make him have some removal himself, like a Consecration or an Elven Archer or something to take out my Panda. Really wish I could play the Fire Elemental next turn. Ah, Fire Elementals always come a turn too late. Alright, he is just determined to make recruits all day, and I think, I mean, if it's coming down to it, I think his endgame's probably going to be better than mine. I don't know that my deck is like all of that endgame awesome. This is actually a tricky situation. I can't really kill both of his things unless I use a hex, and I don't want to use a hex, even with the whole don't let paladins keep creatures. I just cannot stomach using a hex here. So we'll make a totem, play the Tidehunter, and unfortunately there's not much better I can do here than just leave him with that 2-2 and hope he doesn't have a Consecration. Consecration isn't that great, I guess. It kills 2 totems and just 1 creature, but God, I really wish I could have played Fire Elemental last turn. That would have been fantastic.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, he does have it. Ballsack. So he used it as a tempo thing to just get board presence, which is a totally valid use of Consecration here. The one good thing in all of this, the one good thing, is that I have 2 hexes. So I could play the Stormpike Commando to kill this recruit, which saves the Fire Elemental for later. But the Fire Elemental doing it now not only gives me a bigger body, but it also uses more of my mana. So I'm not sure this is the right move, but it's the move I'm going to make. I'm going to use it more of my mana, and I'm going to get the bigger body down. Hex is a cool combo with Crazed Alchemist because you can hex something and then Crazed Alchemist to kill the frog. He is making a recruit yet again. He's got some insane endgame here or something. Blessing of Kings. Well, that makes me regret not playing Stormpike Commando because now he can kill my Fire Elemental. And he can actually get to keep his guy. Wow, that's just fantastic. This game has not been going well. He's been playing super slow, but I've had a super crappy hand. I want to play the Stormpike and Hex, but I can't. Jesus. Wow. This sucks. Alright, well, we'll do this then. We'll do the Crazed Alchemist combo with the totem. Pass the turn, so I have a Hex and a Lightning Storm, but really this is looking bad because he's got the card advantage. He's used his hero ability to great effect here. Definitely running up against Joe, the Control Paladin here. I'd give him a pretty heavy favorite to win this game right now. Though I do a Lightning Storm to clear away his recruits, and if he drops a bunch of little things, that'll work too. The problem is I don't think he's going to drop a bunch of little things. How slowly he's been playing, looks like he's going to start dropping big guys, and I've only got 1 more Hex. There's a Fire Elemental in here that'll help. There is a Faceless Manipulator that might help.
Reporting for duty.
There's a Lava Burst that could help. Does he actually have an Elven Archer to finish off my taunt totem? Nope, just Dark Scale Healer. And a Secret. Okay, Stormforged Dax won't quite kill this. I don't really want to use Hex against it. Okay, I think it's time to Lightning Storm and Stormpike. Let's see how the Storm does against the Dark Scale Healer and whether this is an Avenge. Okay, it's not an Avenge. Wait, how much damage did it deal to this thing? Oh, so it dealt 3. So I won the coin flip here. So I'm going to go ahead, I think, and Stormpike Commando that. It's Repentance? Okay, that's good to know, because I was afraid it might be Noble Sacrifice, but if the Repentance just gets wasted, then I'm attacking him. Otherwise, I might have held off on attacking just so I could wait to Stormforged Axe away the Noble Sacrifice. Okay, does he have another Consecration? Or an Avenging Wrath. Either one of those would just be really terrible for me, but if he can't actually clear this board, I'm certainly doing okay thanks to that lucky Lightning Storm. If the healer had been left with 3 health, that would have been a much more difficult situation. I would have had to shoot it and throw the Crazed Alchemist away. But because I won the coin flip, I got to keep my Crazed Alchemist. I need to keep everything I can get a hold of at this point because I am behind, or I was behind. Alright, he makes yet another recruit. A Haunted Creeper is very annoying, since then I just used my Lightning Storm. Ah, it sucks. Okay, well, let's draw a card. And think. I don't think much good is going to come of making an axe here. So let's make a totem. Hopefully it's a healing totem. I'm surprised how much I've been hoping for those. Nope, not a healing totem. So we'll do that. And here's a moment of truth. I'm really hoping that this spider has to run into Mr. Taunty McTaunterson, because otherwise he can kill off my 4-1 or my 2-1. Well, my 4-1 is what it'll probably go. Again, he's one Avenging Wrath or Consecration away from just blowing this wide open. Okay, wow, does he have a charge creature to kill my other stuff, or did he actually have to run into the taunt with this creeper? Oh, he has Avenging Wrath. That's bad. So I'm likely to just be left with this Gnomish Inventor. Yep. So one card, he got rid of 3 of my creatures, which was very annoying. And now it's back to him being ahead. Balls. Can I get like a Fire Elemental here? Geomancer. Really just the most unhelpful thing I could imagine. Just the most unhelpful thing. Okay, so we're going to just throw everything down. I'm not going to pop the spiders open, because if I pop it open, then they can attack back and like kill this totem, or if it wasn't the taunt totem, they could have killed the Gnomish Inventor. I'd like to be able to get a grip on them before I just pop him. Another Lightning Storm would be nice. I have a feeling I'm just going to have to leave this thing alone unless he buffs it, then I'll hex it. Okay, so it's a real back and forth swinger of a game here, but if I can avoid Consecrations and Avenging Wraths just for one more turn, and if he has to run into this taunt totem with the stupid spider, I do have 8 damage coming down, which is pretty significant. I have 8 plus 4 here is 12, he's down to 9 health. Still a bit of a ways off from burning him out, but it becomes more of a, possibility than it was previously. Okay, so again, he has to attack the taunt, which is good. And Guardian of Kings, which is annoying, because that heals him up, which I don't want. That, again, removes the glimmer of hope. And now I have to really think about using Hex on this thing, which I don't want to do. I could Fire Elemental. Unfortunately, that leaves him at 3 health, which is awkward, because I don't really want to throw the Panther at it. If I'm going to throw the Panther at it, I might as well just hit it with my axe. And then the Fire Elemental is wasted. I'd hate to hex this thing and have him play something better. But if he had something better, wouldn't he have played it already? I think this is the best he has, honestly. So yes, I'm going to do this. Kill it. Kill this. And I'm going to Fire Elemental his face. I don't want to give him those damn spiders. And the Fire Elemental I'm just playing for the 6/5 body. So I'm just hoping he can't do removal, and that my taunt totem for the 3rd turn in a row holds against those spiders. Granted, everything's at 2 health that I have, so the spiders aren't going to kill anything anyway. So an Avenging Wrath or Consecration would again be very, very bad for me, but barring those things, I think I'm actually doing alright here. If this Fire Elemental can attack, I mean, I've got 6, 10, 14, 16 damage, he's down to 2 health. Just a little bit more time to top deck some burn, and I should be able to win. Okay, so he did have to use the Creeper on the Taunt Totem. He's probably mad at me because I got a 1 in 4 odds Taunt Totem. The Wolf Rider's a good card for him here. He's not trying to burn me out, but he does get to remove 4 damage. And the War Golem's a big problem because that hurts me really hard and it'll kill all my stuff. So that definitely took things into overdrive. Alright, well, we're hoping for Taunt Totem. It's the only totem that matters. Don't quite get it. I get the belated Healing Totem. He can hit me for 8 down to 10. I don't think he's going to deal 10 damage with 3 cards. Not likely anyway. So what I'm going to do is ignore his stuff. and just smackety his face. I'm threatening lethal. And now the War Golem can kill the Fire Elemental. I'm not going to commit the axe yet, just in case he puts down a taunt of some kind. The War Golem kills the Fire Elemental, unless of course he has lethal. If he has a way to deal 10 damage, he wins, but that's unlikely. So the War Golem kills the Fire Elemental. The Spider can't actually kill anything without a buff. And then, well, then I've got 8 damage on the nose to kill him. So that's a low prospect, because it means any sort of removal, any sort of taunt, any sort of life gain, and he will survive, and not just survive, but potentially win the game if I don't draw more burn. I'm pretty much used up my Gnomish Inventor here as my only card drawer. And, well, I could get maybe a Panda. If I got a Panda, I could replay the Gnomish Inventor for an extra card. Oh crap, he's got the kill. Wow, that's really improbable for a Paladin to have 10 damage in 3 cards. No, he doesn't, but he has Deathwing. I see. Well played. You know, I keep talking about Deathwing, and finally my opponent actually gets it. So, the Stormwind Knight... Well, let's see if we get a Taunt Totem. 1 in 4 odds. Can't do it. Stormwind Knight plus the Axe takes him down to 4 health, so the Guardian of Kings actually wins in the game. The health gain that he got from that 1 in 4 him. And I used both my hexes on frivolous things. So, okay, had I kept... if I'd thrown the Panther and the Axe at the Guardian... and kept the Hex, there was nothing else that he played that I would have wanted to use the Hex on. Because by the time we got to the War Golem, I was already racing. So then I would have had the Hex for Deathwing. I might have won that game. But after talking about Deathwing all this time, I actually lose to him. Well, it's a good run. I overvalued my deck. 70 gold's pretty good for 4 wins. And let's go ahead and start our next arena. I'm going to take a quick look at my stats sheet. So we're definitely not playing Shaman. And we're definitely not playing Druid. Okay, so I guess I don't need to look at my stats sheet after all. Hunter's the only class that it makes sense to play here. I think this is my first time playing post-nerf Hunter. I have not even seen, I don't think, the 3-2 buzzard yet. So that's going to be exciting. I don't think I'm going to be drafting those buzzards very much. But it's possible. Oh, hang on a minute. My internet's being ridiculous. Okay. So we're starting off with an Epic. I don't like the Shade very much. Most of the time it's just a 3-3 for 3 with Stealth. Snake Trap can be really good though, so I'll try Snake Trap. Though I don't know, I'm sure some people would play differently. Nowadays, Silence is really important, so I'm just going to grab the early Silence here. And this is tricky, because Unleash the Hounds loses a lot of bite when you don't have Buzzards anymore. Stormwind Knight's just a solid card, you can play it on an empty board. I'll grab the Hounds though, because it is mass removal of a sort, and it's nice to have that. Snipe is junk, so I'll take the Ghoul. And here's an interesting moment. The Yeti is just fantastic. But the Explosive Trap can be good for some mass removal. I'm taking a bunch of like player, like sort of, you know, role-playing cards. Nothing to actually solid to put down. I'm going to take the Trap though. That adds burn and it adds removal. So Hunter's Mark is a very good card, but I'm not going to take it over a Yeti. As great as Hunter's Mark is with Unleash the Hounds, etc., I just can't fathom taking it over a Yeti when I'm lacking minions in my deck. Alright, we're going to take some buff here. Okay. Well, is Snipe, would I actually play? No, I'm just not going to play Snipe. We're going to take the Booty Bay Bodyguard. It's a creature, it's a bad one, but such is life. Ooh, Sea Giant. Very nice. And then another Epic, so it's 2 Epics in a row. I am going to grab the Longbow here, I think in part because I'm just so annoyed by how weak the Faceless Manipulator was in my last run. But maybe another day, another time, I would have actually taken the Faceless Manipulator there. So the Rhino is very, very good, but I'm actually going to grab the Zombie Chow just for the early pressure. I really do like playing Hunter as more of a burn him down sort of deck. Deadly Shot is important. Second Deadly Shot or a Tracking? Well, I'll take a second Deadly Shot over Tracking. I think that's fine. It's like Unstable Ghoul here over the Raid Leader, although hold on, the Raid Leader is good with Snake Trap and with Unleash the Hounds. So I hate this 3-mana spike though. I'm going to just try to keep my curve down with the Ghoul. I get another chance at a Tundra Rhino or Crusader. I'll take the Rhino here because it adds burn to the deck, and that's important. I'd love to take another Zombie Chow, but not over Kill Command. Oh god, do I take another Kill Command or Animal Companion? You know what, I'm just going to take Kill Command. Go for the burn. I've won enough games with Kill Commanding the face that it's good. Yikes, what's going on here? So Gladiator's Longbow number 2 seems greedy. If you draw them both, it's just terrible, but this is junk. I don't want to spike at 3 mana anymore. The Doomsayer is not that great either, really. I mean, it can be used early on as like a removal thing to clear the board, but that's not really what I want to do. So we'll take another Gladiator's Longbow and just hope for the best. Okay, second Zombie Chow. So this is turning out to be a totally messed up deck. Second Explosive Trap for more burn and removal. Raptor just a 2-drop because the other stuff is crap. Second Freezing Trap. Well, with 2 deadly shots, a freezing and 2 explosives, I don't think I actually need that. Let's just go ahead and grab Tracking to smooth things out. Boy. This is a tough one. These are all really good. So the Dark Iron Dwarf could be nice for some buffs, but I've already got Shattered Stone Cleric for the buffing, and is that it? Yeah, Shattered Stone Cleric, I guess this is all the buff that I have, so I don't have that much buffing. I could take the Web Spinner just as an early drop and a Cycler. It's another beast, turn on kill commands, we'll take it. Ah, but that was a tough call. It was a very tough call. Now, of course, I get a bunch of junk. I would have rather gotten a Dark Iron Dwarf or a Berserker than any of these 3 cards. That's pretty annoying when you have a pick where the 2 cards that you don't pick, either of them are better than the whole entire pick you get next. Well, anyway, enough whining. We'll take a Stormpike Commando for some more burn potential and removal. Infiltrator to make this lower curve deck. So Timberwolf, do you take it here? Well, it can buff Unleash the Hounds, obviously, and the Snakes. So I will take it, but I might have regrets about passing on that Panda. Grab the Houndmaster here. I do have enough beasts, I think, to make that justifiable. And the Secret Keeper is an interesting idea because I do have 2 traps, or 4 traps. That or Crazed Alchemist. Oh, I wish I knew better math. What exactly are the odds that your Secret Keeper is going to fire if you have 4 traps in the deck? It's a little bit higher than whatever the normal math is because, of course, the Secret Keeper fires off of the opponent's secrets. It's a little bit of an anti-secret card. There are a lot of mages out there who play secrets nowadays. You know, Crazed Alchemist, whatever. It just always finds a use. Let's take it. So I don't know how good this deck is, to be totally honest. It's got some nice early game with 2 Zombie Chows and a Web Spinner. But, of course, the Zombie Chows give your opponent health, which runs counter to the Hunter strategy if the opponent does not kill the Zombie Chow right away, or if you draw the Zombie Chow later in the game. Got a decent amount of removal and burn. The question is, am I going to be able to get the opponent down enough to where the burn can finish him off? I also have no card draw. None. Didn't really see any. Didn't even see a Buzzard. I'm not going to take Tracking. But I do get a Zombie Chow, so maybe I can get another Zombie Chow? Double Zombie Chow? Nope. Okay, this is actually even worse than what I threw away. Because at least I had a Yeti back there. I could have played it on turn 4 or turn 3 with the coin. Here, it's just a junk. Okay, so Young Priestess is maybe good to see. Zombie Chow should be able to take it down. Yeah, it's scary playing. I mean, the Zombie Chow is awesome, but the Death Rattle is definitely non-negligible when you're a hunter and you know your strategy is going to be to whittle the opponent to death. Alright, he saves the Young Priestess with the Panda, which is a smart maneuver. Do I gamble that I'm going to get another playable card? I think I am. So I'm going to go ahead and shut out some Cleric here to kill off that Panda and keep my zombie. So the Zombie Chow's already made its value known. If it were any other 1-drop, it would have died running into a 3-2. There's just like no other... Well, I guess a 1-3. Are there 1-3s? There are some, but not many. Okay. Well, let's drop Web Spinner. Steady Shot. Don't let Paladins keep creatures. And Zombie Chow. So now if the Zombie Chow dies, he'll be back up to full health. If he consecrates, I'll get a card off the Web Spinner. But that's pretty much it. And then I got this Houndmaster that I desperately wish were a Yeti. However, if once in my life I can be lucky and this guy does not have a consecration, I can actually use the Houndmaster here. Oh, Hammer of Wrath on my 1-mana card? Yes, please. So he goes up a card for this, but I am thrilled to bits that that's what happened on that turn. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Houndmaster the Web Spinner because a good option now is better than the best option later. I could have saved the Houndmaster for something better and played the Yeti instead, the freshly top-decked Yeti. Well, that seems really greedy. Let's just go ahead and, you know, put a total of 6 power and 5 toughness on the board for 4 mana and a taunt right now, as opposed to waiting for something even better later on. And I know he doesn't have a consecration now, which is really good news. Also, I have 3 health creatures, so this is fine. Okay, so I saved my owl, which is nice. I can actually silence this sludge belcher. Alternatively, I have other options. I could deadly shot and then kill the sludge with one of my things. I could Stormpike Commando, Cleric, Web Spinner it. I could Crazed Alchemist, swap it to be a 3-5 or a 5-3, throw the Cleric at it, kill the sludge with the Web Spinner. Or I could just use the owl and then I put out maximum damage. Where is this? 4, 7, 10 down to 14 health? I could do both things. I think I'm going to do both. I'm going to hedge my bets here. I'm going to silence it with the owl, take away the taunt. Then I'm going to flip it to be a 5-3. Throw the Cleric at it, and still deals 7 damage. So I killed it, I added board presence, and I got damage on his face. It was a good hybrid choice, I think. And if he plays a Sunwalker, well, I've got Deadly Shot for that. The Sludge Belcher you don't really want to use Deadly Shot on, but any other minions that are really big besides that, Deadly Shot's great. Okay, so he is going to put down a taunt and make it Divine Shielded. Now I can go for a huge Deadly Shot. If it hits this guy, it's a big whiff, but if it hits the other guy, it's a big win. The other option is I could shoot off the Divine Shield, throw the Web Spinner at it, and then hit him for 8 down to 9. I think he's pretty well screwed at that point. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a slightly more conservative play. We're going to shoot this guy instead. And actually throw away 2 creatures to kill off his taunter. I got the Beast, which is a pretty good one to get, all things considered. I think, you know, anything's good except for Young Dragonhawk, Stone Tusk Boar, although that does 1 damage. The Captain's Parrot, and Angry Chicken, of course. Well, my opponent had a slight opening to do something useful, but he didn't. He just killed a single creature, and then played with a bunch of junk that doesn't matter. Oh, they buffed each other. What? I never realized this. You know, this marriage made in heaven. Okay, well here, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start hitting him in the face. Lucky again that he didn't have a consecration to clear out my 2 toughness army here. But with explosive shot and steady shot, he's gonna die. Even if he plays whatever Guardian of Kings, the Justice Man, and that would be his whole turn. And he can't even kill my stuff all that well. He could kill my ghoul, but that's it. So I could keep on pounding him with my minions. Deadly Shot's getting worse and worse, unfortunately. And the ghoul grows, unless he has another Hammer of Wrath. He's already played 2. The Stormwind Knight has not attacked yet. He can use that to kill my Crazed Alchemist. He knows it's not a Freezing Trap or Snake Trap. Okay, so he is good to go. Alright, we can do 1 more game. That was a pretty good start to this run. I think this wacky deck that I wasn't sure how to evaluate might just be a good one. Although, I did get Zombie Chow on turn 1 into Shattered Sun Cleric on turn 2, which is a pretty good start. Any deck that's even really bad is going to enjoy having that on turn 1 and 2. Also, you saw the owl being very useful there, making a difficult situation much easier. New test bot. Interesting. I wonder if that person's actually using the robot, or if it is a joke name. So one of the main questions here is, do you mulligan your explosive trap? And the answer for me is yes, but not in general. Maybe in general I wouldn't mulligan it, but in this particular deck I would, because I know I've got a lot of good things to play early on. And I did not get any of them. So do you track on turn 1 here? I think I do, because I want to play something on turn 2 that is the snake trap. So can I get anything to play? The answer is yes. I will take the Bloodfen Raptor. I think some people might have taken the Web Spinner there, and it does suck to lose the Web Spinner, but I'd rather play a 3-2 than a 1-1. Sure, the 1-1 gives me a card, but the 3-2 is just a better body. Ah, Infiltrator. Well, that sucks, because it's a turn late. So he had a Web Spinner. My 3-2 will kill his and give him a card, unless he buffs this. If he can buff this, that would be good for him. Shattered Sun Cleric? Oh god, please don't do that. Animal Companion. It could be a Leok. What kind is he getting here? He's getting a bear. Well, it does stop me from killing off his web spinner. Luckily, Shatterston Cleric proves its worth once. Well, hold on. I could actually owl the bear and kill the web, but no. The Shatterston Cleric proves its worth again, letting me trade up a little bit. And now I'm again threatening to kill off the web spinner here. Hopefully I can drop a snake trap at some point and not get crushed by Unleash the Hounds. Unleash the Hounds, of course, is a very good counter to snake trap. Ah, that's a very clever move. So now the hyena's going to grow. And the Hunter's Mark only deals a damage. It's like a Moonfire, but it's worth it because it grows the hyena and gives him a card. And leaves me without a creature to kill the hyena with. Looks like he got a young Dragon Hawk off of that web spinner, which is actually embarrassingly good here. I could silence off the hyena, which is very, very, very tempting. I'm going to do it. I hate to do it, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to play Snake Trap. Wish I'd kept that Explosive Trap. That would have been useful. It would have killed this stuff off. So I'm hoping he doesn't have an Explosive Trap or an Unleash the Hounds to counter my snakes. Gladiator's Longbow's a bit too early. I have one more in the deck, and I've done no damage to him. I've got nothing to stick. So this is exactly where I don't want to be playing against Hunters. He knows it's not Freezing Trap, Misdirection, or Explosive Trap, so he knows it's Snake, Snipe, or yeah, Snake or Snipe. You learn a lot against a Hunter by attacking the face when they have a secret. Okay, he decides not to trigger the potential Snake Trap, it seems. An interesting choice. I'm not sure why he made that choice, actually. Alright, so what I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to Crazed Alchemist my Owl so that I can kill the Dragon Hawk and live to tell about it. There's a problem with this move, of course, which is that he now can kill my Owl with the Hyena, and the Hyena still lives to kill something else. But I think it's better to lose this later than to lose it right away. I could, of course, have just used it to kill the Hyena right away, but I was afraid of him buffing that Dragon Hawk at some point and then getting extra mileage out of the Wind Fury. Alright, so he's going full broke. Full on broke here. I think he's just trying to burn me out, which I can't blame him for exactly. Ah, Sea Giant. Okay, well, I can't not play Sea Giant, so we're going to play Sea Giant. And I really wish I could kill this thing without having to throw two creatures at it. I wish I could clear his board without losing all of my stuff, because losing all my stuff sucks. It means I'm open to Deadly Shot. Alright, we'll do this, and I'm going to make a very bold move. I'm going to actually just hit his face. It's a risk. It's a huge risk, because I'm letting him hit me for 3 more damage at a time when 3 damage is kind of a big deal. What I'm hoping for is that if he had a Deadly Shot, he can't use it now, or won't want to risk it. And then I can play Gladiator's Longbow and finish off this Hyena next turn. Oh yes, and he knows now that he played the Shatterston Cleric that it's not a Snipe, so he knows it's Snake Trap. He knows it for a fact. This is a very good card for him. It puts a lot of power and toughness, and I can't really afford to let him hit me anymore. Alright, well, here's the Longbow. So we'll kill this, and this, and this. And it sucks that he has a 50-50 chance of killing my Sea Giant with Deadly Shot, but maybe he doesn't actually have Deadly Shot. Problem is at 5 health it also dies to Explosive Shot and Beast Powered Kill Command. This Owl is hanging out here. It's a beast, making my Kill Command deal 5 damage. The problem is I've just dealt no damage to him so far this game, which is a problem. And I have no taunt either. Did I even get any taunt in the draft? Did I get any taunt in the draft? I don't think I even saw any taunt. I don't remember passing Senjins or Grizzlies or anything. Oh, this looks bad. He wouldn't have played this unless he had a reason for it. And he did. It's to kill my Sea Giant. Balls. Okay, can my Owl survive? That'd be great. If you could just let my Owl live, please. So I can kill your wolf. That would be fan-fibbity-tastic. Mind control attack. Okay, well, I'll kill that with my weapon, which is great. And kill commands. Interesting. So hang on a second. I got 2 kill commands in this Longbow. This is actually 10, because I still have this Owl, 10, 15 damage. 17 damage, 18 damage. He's at 6 health. I can't finish him off, though. Can't finish him off if I just left all this alive. I mean, I could leave him at 6 damage with Zombie Chow out here, I can't play Zombie Chow because then it would die and give him health. It would take 3 turns to steady shot him to death, or I'd be hoping to top deck something good. Alright, we're going to hedge my bets here. The kill command and the longbow are both 5 damage. So what I'm going to do is, since I have nothing else to do with my turn, I will use the kill command on the mind control tech, leave the bow in my hand, steady shot, and pass the turn, and wait and see. Sucks that I lost some damage potential on him. Sucks that I didn't get off to a faster start and, you know, snuck 6 damage in there a couple of times, because then I could have won this game. But unfortunately, we're just going to have to play the waiting game and hope his cards aren't very good. I don't think this snake trap's ever going to fire, because he's never going to need to hit my minions unless I play taunt, and I don't have any taunt. Yeah, he's just going straight for my face. This is obnoxious. What an obnoxious way to lose the game. Alright, well, Tundra Rhino is nice. I'll use kill command to kill his Tundra Rhino. Swingity, swingity doo. I mean, I could still win. He's got 5 damage here. Really need a taunt. He's down to 13 after I hit him with the longbow. Down to 9, down to 7. I can't kill him with any single card. Crap. My beasts have charge if I top deck beasts, so that's good. Web spinner's not a big deal. It'll cycle for another beast. Wind Fury Harpy. Okay, so finally my saved up bow here is good. I really need taunts, and I never saw any in the draft. I'm dead in at most 3 turns. Unleash the Hounds. Do you play that here? I think actually I have to play this, even though it looks really terrible. I have to play it. Because I just need to get damage going on him. Keep my Zombie Chow above 2 health, so that way it doesn't die to Arcane Shot. Of course, I'm nearly dead, and I'm not dealing that much damage to him. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's down to 4. I need to get a little bit lucky to actually kill him before he kills me with steady shot or anything. Alright, hopefully not the Rhino. Okay, it kills the Hound, which is lucky, because if it kills the Hound, that means he didn't get the 5 health. The problem is this Kodo's threatening lethal. And if this is an explosive trap, I'm actually going to lose. I also have an explosive trap. What does that mean? 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. He lives with 1 health. Oh, Jesus. This is ridiculous. Alright, well, let's check for freezing trap. That would be the best. It is. Okay, that's actually really lucky. So, okay. I can now replay the Hound. Wait. Yeah, I can replay the Hound. Run my Rhino and the Hound into his Kodo. Hit his fat face. Play the explosive trap. Steady shot. When the Kodo attacks me, it will die to explosive trap, so I get 1 more turn to top deck a win if he does not get a source of damage right now with a charged creature or just direct damage. Hopefully that's just a regular old minion that doesn't do anything. He goes for the face, because he knows it's a snake trap, doesn't want to give me snakes. Maybe he was hoping it was something different. And he gets, well, what's his card? That's all that matters, is what is his card. Because I actually have 6 damage. Oh my god! I'm gonna win this game. The explosive trap gave me extra insurance, but the Zombie Chow never died, because he never wanted to trigger my snake trap, and so he's actually dead. Wow. Did he misplay that? I mean, he could have attacked my Zombie Chow and gotten 5 health, but that would have given me 3 snakes. So, oh boy, that was a hell of a game. I've had some good games lately, both winning and losing. And that was a good one that I won. So thanks for watching, folks. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you again soon with some more games of Hearthstone. Take care.